I'm all for hiking, but when your minifigures need to join battle, a long march is often too slow. In such times of need for speed, a trusty steed is called for. Which trusty steed? Well, there are many, so today we'll look at every LEGO horse, with a few exceptions, and hopefully help you when designing your next LEGO army or MOC. I'm James, and I'm happy to be with you today. Let's get started. In the beginning, LEGO horses were constructed from nothing but humble bricks. These blocky mounts populated the legendary Yellow Castle, but while they were very simple to build, you probably want something a bit more glamorous for your army. That option was provided in 1984 when LEGO released the first horse mold in the castle sets. This horse was revolutionary for its time, with an articulable neck and a slot for the body of a minifig to ride in. This horse came in a variety of colors, including brown, white, and black. Most prints featured some manner of bridle, and sometimes a mane was printed on as well. The worst of these horses is probably this black one, as the way they printed the eyes seems distracting and unrealistic. Some of the more innovative designs came in the Old West sets, which featured these horses adorned with blankets and feathers. I wish LEGO would make more horses like this, as the design is really great for the time. The only drawback is that the eyes are pretty strange, and it was probably to fit stereotypes of Native Americans, which is unfortunate. If LEGO brought this design back, it's probably the #1 thing to fix. There's also this black horse featured in the Prince of Persia sets with a blanket and tassels printed on both sides. Another great thing LEGO doesn't really do anymore. The 2011 Kingdom sets included two of the best designs for this horse mold. This horse drew the king's carriage, and this gray horse with blinders worked on the medieval farm. That latter horse goes for around $30 new on Bricklink, as in addition to the blinders and excellent darker splotches on its hide, it is the only gray horse LEGO has ever produced. Ever. More's the pity, since gray horses are not unrealistic, but for some reason, LEGO consistently favors brown or white. Then, with the release of the Lord of the Rings sets in late 2011, LEGO revisited their nearly 30-year-old horse mold. This updated design features 2 points of articulation, giving it the ability to rear up or kick its legs back, as well as to bend its head down. The legs were repositioned to only have 3 points of contact with the ground, and the 4th foot bent in mid-step. But these changes aside, the most notable improvement was the rounding off of the horse's formerly harsh and blocky edges. This truly looked like a LEGO horse, retaining its form and size, but with softer edges and more movement. I really don't think LEGO needs to move on from this design, ever. Originally, the new horse was only produced in 2 colors, brown with a patch of white on its head, and black with dark steel armor on its head. That last design is pretty special, as it also features red eyes. It only came in 2 sets, Weathertop and the Battle at the Black Gate. Right now on Bricklink, it goes for about $17 to $20. LEGO definitely did excellent work here, and the only shame is that it has not done better than this in the decades since. Though, with the prospect of new Lord of the Rings sets on the horizon, that will likely change. A Black Rider diorama set is an absolute no-brainer for LEGO, especially if it was designed with adult fans in mind. The new horse mold continued to receive minor improvements over the years, expanding its color palette to include tan, dark orange, and white, and receiving updated head prints. However, it seems that LEGO is, for whatever reason, incapable of printing these horses anywhere other than on their heads. This should be very possible, as it was done profusely on the prior mold. It's not a huge problem in my opinion, it's just mildly infuriating that LEGO would be taking steps backwards, even today. It's also worth discussing price. To buy a horse will cost anywhere from $4 to $5 new. For that price, it's worth considering the brick-built options instead, though these obviously vary in quality, scalability, and accuracy. I think that price tag is certainly worth it, but be warned that horses are as expensive as a fully equipped minifigure. I don't know if this is something that would ever happen again, but about a decade ago, one of my buddies found the old horse mold on LEGO's Pick-a-Brick wall, and he bought a massive cup of them. Definitely less than $5 per for that deal, but I don't think LEGO really puts them in the Pick-a-Brick wall anymore. Additionally, horse barding is fairly rare, and accordingly, very expensive. On Pick-a-Brick, the 2 horse bardings that came in the Lion Knight's castle are more expensive than the horses they go on, and the price is even higher for older bardings. LEGO really needs to make these more accessible, and, in my opinion, ideally less colorful. They look great, but being brightly colored and printed with faction emblems means they cannot be used for anything else, including Lord of the Rings MOCs or any other world where Falcon or Lion Knights are not canonical. There are several variants of horses that would only be useful for specific purposes. The first of these is the skeleton horse, which came in black, white, and glow-in-the-dark, and was used as an early version of a Thestral in the old Harry Potter sets. There's also a Bullseye from the Toy Story line. I'm not really sure what you'd want to use with him, but he exists. LEGO has also produced the inanimate rocking horse and a horse costume piece, but neither will be very useful on the battlefield. Of course, there are many other possible mounts, including thestrals, bears, cows, camels, dinosaurs, wargs, dragons, the list goes on. Especially if your MOC is high fantasy, there are a lot more options than a horse. But a horse will always have its place in any fantasy MOC, and I hope now you're better equipped to choose the right one for you. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful or interesting, please subscribe. It helps out a lot. I hope you have a great day.